Hello guys, I know I said in the last video there that I wasn't going to do any more modelling pieces, but I felt a little bit guilty that I hadn't done anything on the roof. So I'm going to do one last quick little video. I might not even unwrap it, I'll just show you how to actually model a little roof piece. If I try and find the image that we had there, if my PC would ever load up, let me see, there we go. Any second now. Yeah, there we go. So just up at the top here, we had a little flat roof, just with a little trim around it. And just to show you how we make that. Now, what this roof's actually going to be is, if you imagine one of those New York flat roof buildings where you can actually stand on the rooftops and there's a meter high wall around it to stop you falling off. That's what we're going to create. And if we were to look at the trim sheet that we were using, you'll see that there's a space on there for a kind of a roof tar or roof fill. So let's go ahead and model it. God, everything seems to want to open on my PC here at the second. Okay, so just like last time we looked at the small corner pieces here and we done two at once, we're going to do the same for the roof. We're going to take 3 different pieces here. Let me see. Oh, my computer's going so slow. Why are we going so slow? There we are. So we're going to take just some of these corner pieces. And what I actually want to do with this one, I want to get this top surface as well. So take these top 2 tiles, and what we're going to do is we're going to take these 3 as my corner, and these 2 are going to be my sort of middle wall piece. What we would also do afterwards is just take a flat plane here and turn that into one of our roof tiles. In fact, we could do that. That's a very, very quick job. I'll just do as I normally do with this. I'll clone you over here and I'll call you roof tile. That'll do grand. Let me see, roof tile. And all we have to do with this one now, I'm not even going to move it. I'm just going to hit materials, wait half an hour for my computer to catch up. There we go. And just throw my material on that. And what I'll do is if I go to unwrap, I should really shortcut some of these. Unwrap UVW. Open UV editor, bring this up, and it always defaults to being really small as well. That annoys me. I don't know why it doesn't. Let me see, bring up a wee trim sheet. So yeah, here we go. This is just a flat plane, and I can go for one of these 2 corner sections. We've got this kind of just rough, kind of gravelly roof felt kind of texture, and we'll just bring that up as big as we can to sort of maximize the textile density. And that's that. Nothing too complicated there. That'll sort of roughly tile okay, just the type of texture it is. It's not really tiling, but given the rough nature of it, it'll tile okay. It'll do for our job, it'll do for our purposes. So yeah, that's just your basic roof tile there. But we'll get focused now on these corner pieces. Good practice again, we'll just grab you, effect pivot only, center the object, put our snaps on, take our move tool, move you just to the corner, switch off effect pivot only, and we'll just move this guy down here. Snap down the center other pieces. Okay, so that was very, very quickly how to do our most basic roof tile. Same thing will work for any kind of floor tile at all. But what do we want to do? We want to grab this guy again. And select those same polys we had before. So not just the edges, as I was saying, we want to take these top, and I'll show you why in a little second. Do I want to detach these just yet? No, I do not. I'm not going to detach them just yet. Here's what I'm going to do. Just because it'll be easier to get the shape I want if I leave this on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select everything here on the roof. I'm sure there's a faster way of doing it, but this will do for now. There we go. I want to hit inset, if I can find it. I'm looking right past it. There it is, inset. So click this little boil here, and if we increase this up to about 30 centimeters, that's about the thickness of a brick wall, is 30 centimeters. We get this kind of shape, and that's what we want to do. I'm going to hit OK, and now I'm going to extrude this downwards by about 1 meter. And we'll make it exactly 100 centimeters, minus 100. There we go. And that is just about the right height. If we had a person standing here, it would be up to about his waist. So there we go. We could leave that like so, but it's a bit plain looking, so we will add a little bit more detail to it. Let's see what we do. We will go to our Swift loop, and we will actually, no, we won't do this. I was going to say we'll Swift loop the inside and we'll Swift loop the outside and extrude those out just to give us a little bit of a parapet, but that will in fact not give us the same size either side, which isn't the end of the world, but we might as well be precise. So what we'll do is we'll turn off Swift loop, and we will select all the way around. So we'll select one polygon of this top surface here, hold shift, and then just click on a polygon beside it, and that selects that whole ring. So now what we're going to do, we're going to extrude this by about, not minus 100, we're going to extrude this by about 8 centimeters. And what I want this to look like is kind of one of those big thick stones on top. We'll hit 8 centimeters, hit OK. And now what we'll do is we will, again, select this little side vertex and hold shift. Select this ring around it. And what we'll do is we will extrude this out by about, oh, hang on. This might not have been right. Was it right? That was okay. Yes, in this case, I need to change it from group to local normal. Make sure it comes out the way. 8 centimeters. Yeah, that's fine. 8 centimeters is fine. And we will do the same on the inside. Hold shift, do that, extrude. Maybe on the inside we'll lower this down to about 5 centimeters, maybe 4 centimeters, just so it's not overhanging as much on the inside, and that's okay. So it gives us this kind of shape on top. We've got a little overhang, and one last thing I will do is I will just once more select this and select all around it, and we're just going to move it up slightly so that if we get a wee look at the side here, it gives us a little bit of a, oh, not that much. I'll turn off my snaps here because that's what's giving us an issue. Just move it up ever so slightly. Give that a little bit of a kind of taper on top, a little bit. It looks like a beveled edge there, just a bit more decorative. So there we go. That's all I'm going to model for this. If you're modeling, you can continue to add a bit more detail and do whatever you like. But at this point, what I can do is just manually select a lot of these faces. Grab, and you might need to just make sure you get any back facing ones or any underside ones, and deselect any extras that you selected by holding the Alt key and clicking on them. Let me see, is that everything? This one, that one there, there's a little slippery one in here, there we go. And I also want to take these floor panels. So you can see that this one I'm highlighting here is a full 1 meter by 1 meter floor tile, which we just made down here. But these ones are going to be a bit smaller, so we can't just abandon these. We should unwrap these as part of our piece. So that's that. I'm just going to, again, I could hold shift, I could right click and detach them, or I can do what I've always been, oh, no, don't do that. I could do what I've been doing this whole time and shift click. And just ignore that ring there, it's just because we're holding shift. Clone the object, and we'll call this roof. corner, that'll do. So there we go. Go back to top level, select this object. We'll just center that pivot on it for now and we'll move it later on. And what I want to do is just detach, oops, where am I? Oh, yeah, just detach my mid piece from my corner piece. And I'll just select all the polygons that I want. There we go. And just hit detach, which is down here. Detach and give that new object a name. Roof mid. We'll call this because it's got to be one of the middle pieces. So there we are. That is my two roof pieces there. Well, technically three because we've got my floor tile as well. All you have to do now at this point is top level. Now you'll notice we need to just split this for our brick pattern, same as any other part of our wall. And you'll notice that when we did this, we extruded the top brick up and out, which now I think that was a good thing to do. I was originally going to swift loop down into it. That would have been the wrong thing to do. Extruding up out of the way means we still have a full 1 meter section here, which is handy. I'd like to say I did that on purpose, but we all know that would be a lie. But we want to select both the outside and the inside there because they're both going to be brick. And we just hit our connect and give that our 3 sections. And that there can be, oops, unwrapped. Same on this boil here. We will select lefty righty and make sure, oops, we've selected a lot of these ones down here. Just Alt and drag and deselect those. And there we go, we'll just connect. There we are. So now, I've already demonstrated this about 4 times. I'll not waste your time with doing it again. We just want to unwrap this, cut it into strips and lay them onto the brick so we get a similar brick texture as we have down below. You can place this onto the, say, your concrete section of your trim sheet. We can put these 2 little inside pieces down onto the same material used on our tile. So I'm going to pause the video here. I'm not going to go through that manually because you've already seen me do that a couple of times now and you should be able to do that in your sleep. But I'll pause the video and I'll show you the final result when we are done. Hello guys, welcome back. So I just spent a little bit of time texturing these 2 pieces here. Nothing complicated, nothing we haven't seen before. The only little thing I'll draw attention to is on our inside corner piece, just bear in mind that we have our brick wall, but it is now no longer a full meter by a meter. So when it comes to actually stretching these pieces over our UV, note how they actually only need to come about half width. They were actually a little bit larger, but I just shrunk them down on the left and on the right, just to kind of meet in the middle here, so we get a nice seam up where the bricks meet. And also note that because this edge is going to be looping with the brick textures next to it, I want to make sure that one hangs off the right hand side here, and vice versa, this one has to hang off the left hand side. That's the only real tricky bit in this. The other wee thing is when we come to unwrap this little section here, make sure we get our little green seam down the middle and separate that into 2 parts, as you can see here. Had a little bit of trouble straightening it out. When I hit straighten and then relax, it was coming out a little bit wonky like this. And I figured the easiest way just to fix that is just keep tapping the little relax button. And, well, actually it worked in the first one, it might not work on this one. Let me see. That's not very nice actually. We may have to get a bit creative with this. Peel, quick peel, relax. No, I don't want to do that. Let me see, rescale elements. Pack custom. No, that's not going to work either. I may have to manually just fix this just enough so that the rest will... Actually, I know what I can do. I was going to, just for the sake of my texture resolution, I was going to select these and break them, just lay them on top here roughly. Break these three. Break them, lay them on top just roughly. And what I'll do is I'll stretch these out to give me full size. How's that looking? That's close enough there. And I can do the same thing with this piece, where I can break them. And hopefully if I break those correctly, they will then, whoops, hang on. If I break these correctly, hopefully my straighten will work a little better. So if I break you, now hit straighten, now hit relax. There we are, that's a far better result. Just splitting it into smaller pieces seemed to do the job for us there. So broke that, straighten selection, relax until flat. Far better. It's given us a wee bit of a curve in it, but that's nothing we can't fix very easily. And because it's just going on a concrete kind of texture anyway, just very dotty, pebbly texture, it's not a big deal at all. So we'll select these guys, straighten elements, and relax until flat. I see, now this one is being a bit funny on us. Why is it being funny? I've got a feeling there's maybe something not quite cut correctly. Something cut down there is okay. I don't quite know why this one isn't unwrapping correctly. We've got our UV plane coming out at this angle. It might not be perfect for us, but that shouldn't really matter. Let me see, do a quick planar map. Sort of better there, quick planar map, and now if we hit relax, see, that's just not working at all. But if I keep hitting relax, nah, it's not helping. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll go straighten, and I'm just going to rotate by 90 degrees, shrink this down, holding control to keep the proportions correct, and get it roughly in size with these other pieces. So it's a wee bit wider. It's not going to be 100% perfect, but because it's just such a small element, I'm just going to leave it. So now we'll just grab these and drag them up and expand them to the same size as the other pieces. I've mentioned in a few videos before, sometimes they unwrap and sometimes that straighten and relax tool, as great as they are, sometimes they just don't want to play ball. So if we look at this now, that's not too bad. There's a wee bit of distortion there on this one that I don't like, but that can be fixed easy enough if I just grab you and drag you over to this side. Whoops. I'll just select the entire element there. Or I'll try to anyway, doesn't seem to want to work for me. Probably overlapping them like I just did. It makes them harder to select. There we go, I'll pull you over. And now to straighten that up, we can just take some of these vertexes. So I want this vertex in particular, which is where exactly? Why are you showing up over there? Here we go, there's these three. So I want this vertex. And if I just move this over a bit, other way, you will see that straightens that up. And we could do the same for this little vertex under here. Not that you're ever going to see this. And in fact, if we look at the sizes, we'll see this one's compressed a lot higher. So we'll actually just grab this little vertex as well, move these up, and then manually fix that. We'll get a wee bit of distortion, but not too worried. Now we're seeing something weird going on here. I think there might just be a little bit of a twist. You can see a little bit of a stretch along the triangle, but I'm not going to worry about it. You're never going to see it. Minor detail, and we're up to 20 minutes already, so it's fine. I'm just going to grab these, chuck you guys back over here, and we will call that a day on this video. I think that looks fine. So, okay, this is for realsies this time, the last modeling video I'm going to do. As I say, you can go ahead and make your own pieces, expand upon that, and see what your imagination will let you come up with. But in the next video, we are going to start exporting these, bring them into Unreal to see how they look. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions at all, please let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you next time.